Watching history could be about to repeat itself.
Now, we are tracking a few things. We have a front coming in. We have this nifty guy here, red flag warning. That's why I wore the red lipstick. Did you catch on to that?
Yeah, fair enough. You knew it was coming, didn't you?
I did. Actually, I didn't know. You had me ready and prepared. So for this weekend, what can people expect? What do they need to prepare for weather-wise?
Well, the reason why we have this is because it's very dry and you're already feeling that outside, but the wind, that's going to be picking up a lot here over the next couple days, and that's why we have this issued mostly for Saturday. Of course, we're seeing strong wind gusts today, and they're going to be there for Sunday, but this day in particular, I think is going to have the strongest wind gusts out there. There's a good chance we could have winds as high as, say, 40, 45 miles per hour, especially in the higher elevations, but if you're in the city of Tucson, I think our peak wind gusts during the afternoon will be somewhere between 35 and 40 out there. At least as of today, the strongest one we've had over the last 5 minutes, 26 miles per hour, but our consistent wind speed over the last 2 minutes, that's around 14. One good way to check is, of course, looking at the trees up there. Not moving so much at the moment, but you're going to see them sway back and forth all across town depending on where you are. And this is the culprit why we are tracking a low that's getting very close to us, and that's going to be causing these windy conditions to last throughout most of the weekend out there. You're also seeing a bit of rain here and there, but that's unfortunately going to be staying away from southern Arizona. But if you are driving up towards the northern half of the state, that is where those smaller rain chances are going to be. Otherwise, I think we're going to be clear without even seeing too much cloud cover over the next few days either. When it comes to the strong winds out there, I do think the evening might feature the occasional breeze of 15 to 20 miles per hour, so it's not a bad evening if you want to be outside. Tomorrow's going to be a very different story. We're going to wake up with strong winds in the morning, could even be as high as 50 miles per hour near the border with Mexico, but the time to really watch out for the strongest winds in southern Arizona between about 1 and 7 o'clock. Once we get past about 7, that's when that red flag warning is set to expire. But if that low pressure center gets a tad bit closer, don't be surprised if that gets extended as we get into your Sunday as well. At least for Saturday, there is going to be a threat of some blowing dust out there. Keep in mind, it's going to be those flat lands with barely any barriers that do see those dusty conditions the most, especially when it comes to dust storms themselves. Near Picacho Peak is a very common spot if you're driving between here and Phoenix during the day tomorrow, especially in the middle of the afternoon. And then also I-10 in the northern half of Cochise County also tends to see a lot of blowing dust. We still haven't hit 100 degrees just yet. That's the next thing we're tracking as we get into the rest of the day today. If we miss it, I don't see another day this week that we could get close to 100 degrees. 95 for tomorrow, down to the upper 80s by Sunday. I know a lot of you are looking forward to that. Still windy to start off next week, and highs keep getting lower. 56 for a low as you get into Tuesday, but then a high of 85, and we're eventually